Hey everyone, Brian at Workshop Addict, and today we have the Skilsaw Sawsquatch in the house. This is a 10 1/4 inch circular saw that is model number SPT70WM-22. This thing is an absolute monster and will cut through a 4x4 with one single cut. Its maximum cut depth at 90 degrees is 3 11/16. At 45 degrees, it's 2 3/4 inches, and at its maximum bevel of 51 degrees, it's 2.5 inches. So this thing will cut through any 4x4 that you have sitting around. It will, if you're framing and have to cut through two pieces or two 2x4s, two 2x6s, two 2x12s, line them up, it'll cut through it. You can even stack 3 of them on top of each other and it'll get you a small cut mark on the third so you can keep them all the same length. A very nice machine for framing. This thing is awesome. It spins at 4,700 RPM and weighs about 17 pounds with the blade and the cord, so it's not light. It is well balanced, and when you pick it up, I think you'll be surprised. When you first see it, it is large and it does look large. When you compare it to the 7.5 inch models, you will see that this is quite a bit bigger saw, and when you handle it, you know it. But it does cut very smooth and it handles well for the weight. In fact, I think the weight is one of the things that allows it to handle well. This is not just their 7.5 or 7 1/4 inch worm drive saw with a 10 1/4 inch blade slapped on it. They have redone the dual field motor in the back to make sure that it has the power and will run at a cool temperature under the force and load that this larger blade will have on it. It does have a magnesium foot, magnesium guard, magnesium motor housing, simply to cut down on weight and give you a very strong unit that's well put together. It also has brass gears on the inside, and all the adjustments have a metal lever to change them. Everything is smooth, everything that you would expect from one of the top of the line worm drive saws out. When we were testing this, I wanted to kind of throw out some landscape timbers on it. They're a little bit wider than a normal 4x4, and I thought maybe they'd be a little more difficult to cut or give me a little more meat to cut through, so I'm not just sliding through a 4x4. It worked great. I mean, it cuts through them like butter. The weight of the saw, I think, is what gives you a lot of the feeling of power. I mean, you can push right through them and it'll go. The one thing I was thinking about though, when you have this much power out of a 15 amp saw and this Diablo 40 tooth blade spinning at 4,700 RPM, what happens with kickback? Well, the kickback mechanism that they have built in on this saw is all based around how tight you tighten this bolt. If you have it loose, there's a mechanism inside that will let it slip so you don't get the maximum kickback. If you really tighten it up, you can actually render this kickback unit useless. So think about that when you're installing it. Read the manual a little bit about the anti-kickback mechanism inside so you know that you don't just crank this thing up. Now, when I put it on, I did crank it up pretty tight because I wanted to kind of push it through some things to see how everything went without much slippage. We did not have any kickback, but we made sure to, to set the saw up as close to properly as we could to make sure that we could not be cutting too deep and allowing too much of the blade to have contact. You basically want to have one tooth below the wood that you're cutting so you don't have a lot of blade contact with the wood. Now, this saw has an option, or not optional, it's got a handle that gives you 2 options on which side it can go on, and it'll screw on either side. Being right-handed, I like to have it on the left side of the saw. You also have a built-in handle in the back that's always there, just like the other 7-inch worm drive saw that Skill has. And you also have the same tool in the bottom that's set up to stick in place and be there. That works to change your brushes, to open up the oil in the back, change your blades. It works for everything on here, including pushing out the center arbor. This is a diamond arbor in the center. So if you have a new blade, need to push that out, it's got a little place to just pop that in there. If you're a framer or you do a lot of work with 4x4s, or you just want a badass saw, this is it. Very fun to use, really great. We pushed through 5 sheets of OSB, didn't even know we were cutting through the OSB. It just worked great. It spins up nice. The only thing that would be nice to have on this saw would be a brake at the end to slow the saw down, because when this thing's spinning, it takes a little bit of time for it to stop spinning. But That's the price you pay for the power you're getting. I don't mind it. I really like this saw. So stop by our forum at WorkshopAddict.com. Like this video if you really enjoyed looking at it. Subscribe to our channel. We always have new projects or tools coming out. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.